Oh my goodness, this nigga's still talking.
Yo, welcome to the Just Talking podcast. I'm your host Nah, and I got another group of guests. All right, y'all can go and name yourselves off in any order. I let y'all delegate. I let y'all delegate. You know,
Yo, what's good? What's good? My name's Joel. I go by Saucy Joe on the court.
that's crazy.
I don't know what we're talking about today, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Who's next? Like a
Damn,
little.
what a great introduction, Joel. Is that how you like
Yo,
introduce yourself in like interviews and shit, bro?
everywhere, bro.
Hey
Everywhere.
man,
Saucy Joe on the court. Yeah.
where is that? Which told Iffy when you first met her? They call me
Oh.
Saucy Joe in the court,
Damn. It's crazy.
But,
Damn, bro.
Wow.
but
Sweet Owen.
anyways, it's your boy. They call me O on the court. We're talking about court names. Well, actually, in court they call him Mr. Rana, but generally just Owen. But yeah, what's
I
up?
don't
What's
know if
up?
I've ever heard anyone call you Mr. Rana, but
Which court are you talking about?
I'm talking about in court, like the courthouse, bro.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
hey,
all those speed tickets definitely
Crazy.
gonna add up.
I'm a bad boy.
The bad
Uh,
boy is crazy.
that's
man.
crazy. Yeah,
So,
nah. He get all galled up, man. But
can I introduce? Yeah, can I introduce myself now?
yeah, you got it. Let them know
All
who
right,
you
this
are.
is Malifu. I try to avoid the court. But yeah, you could call me Molly,
Yes,
and
sir. Yes, sir.
That's all. That's all to it.
Yeah, he not too much. I feel that. I feel that. Man, had to get the guys back. Had to get the guys on. I don't think I've had. I know I haven't had Malifu on. I think Owen has been on once. I know
No,
Joel's been
man,
on. Sure, he
it's
was
a
on.
Yes, sir. Yes,
long-awaited
sir.
pod.
It's been a minute, but we definitely. Let's start with the first topic though. Let's not beat around the bush. The first thing we're gonna talk about is the douchebag tax. This was like something that happened in New York that men had been trying to do for a bit. How prevalent it is, to be honest. But there was even a news story on it, so we'll read through the news story, and then I'm gonna ask you guys for you guys' opinion. Like basically how I usually do. There's also screenshots in here, so we can go through some of those as well.
I
But
bet.
was up. The New York City social worker who declined to give her last name has had countless dates cancel on her last. So when a man she met on an app recently pulled out of their date an hour beforehand, she agreed to reschedule with one caveat. He would Venmo her a $50. I'm done just wasting my time. I'm done with my time and energy being wasted, told the Post. In every other scenario, when someone books of their day dedicated to you, they have a no-show policy or security deposit. Agreed to the terms and for the money, they met up for a drink in Hell's Kitchen. He was fully engaged the entire time, paying for their cocktails and offering to buy them food to share. Sarah's female friend cheered her brazen move, while male friends told her it was nuts. Still, she had no regret. I think it makes sense, she said of the arrangement. I don't, to be honest, I don't. Well, what do you guys think so far? I don't even know if I should keep reading, but I feel like we kind of get the gist of it. We saw with
Yeah, I'm a bit confused.
yeah. Go ahead.
I'm a bit confused. I think because I mean I'm somebody that likes to like when there's different issues. I like to first look at the perspective that doesn't make the most sense to me, which is her perspective in this case, and I'm trying to understand like what she means in the sense of like, whenever you have an appointment, or something where you book your day and there's a no show, then there's some type of fee. First of all, that's not everything, but I'm trying to see just kind of like that doesn't really make sense to me how it is that she can equate, for example, like if you book an appointment for a haircut versus like going on a date with somebody, right? At the end of the day, you didn't have to say yes to that person, right? You could have said no if you didn't want to go on a date with them, you know? Um, and then plus like it gets into the idea of like if you really care about somebody, like if you really like somebody and they ask you to go on a date and something comes up, right? Because I think in this screenshot, the dude said he was literally robbed, like his car was like broken into.
Oh, yeah. Don't
And
get
there's
into the
like
Twitter. Don't get into the Twitter screenshot yet. That one is crazy.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think like at least there should be some sort of like, I like this person, he likes me, if some came up and we can't have the date, then let's reschedule it rather than, oh, now you need to pay me for I don't know. That's the first thing I'm thinking about. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah, y'all don't gotta mute. You guys can just hop in at any time. Don't be scared.
Yeah. So honestly, okay. So to be devil's advocate, right? Because like this shit's kind of crazy. Like it's kind of batshit crazy, but I'm really trying to understand like the logic behind it, and I get it because not everyone. So for example, not everyone works like a 9 to 5, right? Some people sometimes take off to go on a date. You know, they plan ahead, and say people, maybe they're like they're like a server or like a bartender, right? If you take off like a night, that's a lot of money maybe that you might be missing out, you know. So sometimes some people's time really is money for them, right? So and in this age of digital dating, I mean they say it in the article too, but um, I feel like the speed, the rate of dating, especially if you live in the city, um, yeah, man, it's you're probably running into dudes all across the spectrum, from assholes, douchebags, to probably some nice guys too, um, but either way, it's like a form of it's like a nice form of security that you can have to know that a guy you're gonna be seeing is serious, and you can still give the money back, but it sounds kind of crazy, but I can kind of follow the logic a little bit. What you think, Molly?
Yeah, Malfu, what do you think before?
Bro, uh,
It's just about like the
kind of
tax
see
in
what
general.
Owen's.
Like, mhm.
I kind of get what Owen's saying, but I don't know. Like initially, I just think it's like hella. It just sounds wrong, but like I guess it shows some type of commitment from the other end, from the guy, because he's flaking. Kind of makes sense. But I feel like she's I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't sound healthy. Like pay me because you flaked. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be less interested in that person.
And that's mostly what I was like. What I That's mostly what I would kind of like attack with, like at least Owen's points about it. Like if we're saying that for the guy, then I don't understand, because wouldn't both people have to put in a security deposit at that point? Why the guy can't flake, but the girl technically would be allowed to without having to pay? Not only that, but if I, especially off a first, I'm not sending any person who I have not met money. Like that's probably the easiest way to get scammed. Understand why you would take off for a first date either. I think that's also strange. So I don't know. And then if it's been more than the first date, usually would like already talked about your schedules. And you guys would try and plan dates around each other's schedules. I don't know. I feel as though this is like a very weak reason to be, oh yeah, send me money.
Yeah,
Like I
no,
feel
it's
like the
definitely
point
like
of dating is
uh
trial and error to an extent. It's not like you can just. It's
no,
not a.
that's a good point. It's definitely trial and error. But the problem is, I think now there's a lot more trials which are leading to a lot more error. You know, um, especially if you again if you live in the city, right? I'm sure it's just you're probably dating more. And it's I definitely get what you mean. And honestly, if a guy were to ask, "Hey, put in like a security deposit, let's do it together," that wouldn't be an issue too, theoretically, or at least it shouldn't be. So, but
I feel
I do
like
get how it's definitely like such an easy way to scam someone, and like I don't know how anyone would agree to that.
I think I can see the premise of the whole thing in the sense of like, because I think you made a good point and like when you first talked about it, Owen, in the sense of like the premise of it is to one show that you're committed to the person, right? By actually be willing to give some sort of money to show that you're actually committed to like wanting to have a date with that person. But I feel like it's just such a bad way to like start a relationship if that's what you're looking to do. Like, a relationship, it's not supposed to be based off of this idea of like a very business type of thing, if that makes sense. Like,
No,
and I get like it's go
go
ahead.
on. No, keep going, keep going. My fault.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, and I get that like at the start of it you don't really know the person, but if you feel like you have a really busy schedule to where like, you know, when you actually go on a date, that time you could have used to do something else, then maybe you shouldn't be dating. Like if you really need that time to be making your money, then make your money at the end of the day, right? $50, you make that in most people make $50 in about 2-3 hours. So if you really need that time to make that money, then don't date, make your money. But if you're willing to take that time out to actually get to know somebody, right? You got to be willing to understand that, okay, maybe if they may cancel, okay, fine. But, I don't know. It's just a weird thing to me to think about, like, having to, like, oh, I, I got to pay you because I can't, make the date. Something came up. Like, that's just really strange to me.
Now, I
But
think
yo,
Mhm.
I think if
yeah,
the terms around it could be made so that it kind of makes sense. Like, hey, you gotta tell me at least 30 minutes before our date if you want to cancel, and I'll send the money back. But if you stand me up, it's like, all right, buddy, I'm
No, no, no,
I'm
but
keeping the
but but
50.
that but that's this guy told her an hour before, and he should have sent the money. He even said that he was sorry and that he was willing to reschedule the date. She was. I'm gonna need a security deposit because I don't like my time being wasted. She didn't even go to the date, Owen. Her time wasn't wasted. Like you can say, oh yes, getting ready for the date.
He didn't go to the date. I'm sorry, what?
Not no. In this first instance, she did not go to the date. No, there
The
was
man agreed to the terms, sent her the money. No wait. So
right here. Sarah was fed up. Sarah was fed up. The New York City social worker who declined to give her last had countless dates canceled on her last minute. So when a man
okay, so
she met
they
on it,
rescheduled an hour before.
pulled out a date an hour beforehand. She had plenty of
Yeah.
time. She it was like I would somewhat understand getting like if he stood her up 100%. However, he didn't even do not what she's even asking about. She's not even saying, "Oh, if when my time gets wasted and I get stood up." Nah, she's saying to even get you basically have to pay for it. And look, if I am paying someone for their time, then I might as well just get a prostitute. Respectfully. Respectfully.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Dang, bro.
wait, also, like, isn't my guy's time a factor in this?
That's what I was saying.
Like,
Yeah.
this dude is also, like, sacrificing some time
I mean, he's canceling
to
on his
hang
own
out with
volition.
her.
No, but he was also willing to. He also said he wanted to reschedule in the text message. You guys can see it. He literally says, "If I ever give you another," she says, "If I ever give you another shot, I'm gonna need a security deposit." Then she said, and then he said, "I definitely owe a round or two." And then she said, and then she emphasized security deposit needed. I don't have time. Now the fact that this nigga was so willing to pay, beyond me. But
He's definitely white.
Yo, you kind of set
Hey,
yourself up with that though.
what
Like,
the heck?
he's like, I definitely owe you a round or two.
I feel like
Like, come on.
white people are very
no, but
trusting.
no. Look, I don't think you're setting yourself up for that because to an extent, he did like cancel. Oh yeah, if I cancel, oh yeah, I'll buy you food next time, or I got you, or whatever. I can understand him saying that, but a security deposit, sending money is
Well,
than buying someone a drink.
well, I think we're all in agreement that this is pretty weird. Putting like a some sort of transactional barrier between like dating is like I don't know. There's so many things wrong with it. I don't even know where to start with it, right? Um, and I get it. Some people I do feel like some people in like this day and age are very much so like it's kind of like they went too far into like that self-love, self-worth movement where they think they're so valuable that their time is so undeserving of being wasted, right? That they deserve to be compensated for that, like no matter what. Um, so it's I don't know. I
I'm
feel like
just
I really just want to talk about that tweet that you dropped.
yeah, we'll get to it right. I I do want to mention that the next person from this article who talks about it says that the way she not like security deposits for like no shows and everything, she does it as a D bag tax. She sent around requests ranging 1,500 to $3,000 depending on their financial over the years to different men she's dated. Just
I
did
mean,
like
you know that they
some of
don't have
those.
to pay the request, right? Like, what
No,
the
no,
fuck? Is
100%.
it just like a
No,
little
100. No,
extra?
100%. 100%. I do think. I just think there's a level of ego in making the request, but that's why I'm mentioning it. Obviously, they don't have to pay it. Which is
Yeah,
why,
yeah, no,
like,
of course. The thing.
is why I immediately said, like, I don't know why that man even like entertained the fact when she said security deposit and everything. I definitely agree with you
Wait,
there. Yeah.
but anyways, um, but yeah, no, I definitely like. I would be shocked if any of those guys had sent her or fulfilled that Venmo request. Like
That's literally crazy, bro. I'm actually kind of shook right now.
that's what, that's what
no.
I'm
The thing is
saying.
though, like, let's be real. If you were gonna be like, you know what, fuck those guys. Like, I'm gonna put like a little Venmo request, call it douchebag tax. Like, you might as well like request like a bunch of fucking money. You know,
I
just see
mean,
if they would pay
yeah.
up.
Look, I'm
That's
just saying.
crazy,
I'm
man.
just saying. Be goofy, that's fine, but just don't include me in your goofiness. I'm not trying to check my Venmo because I got a notification for some goofiness.
But I
Because
mean, I think she was requesting people who were like cheating. Like it just sounded like she was just dating or with a bunch of people who were like
oh
It
hiding
yeah,
makes me
partners.
they were
it
definitely
makes me
terrible
wonder a lot of
partners.
things. It
It
makes
makes
me
me
wonder a lot of things. Like, are you actually trying to date people? Because if
what
at the
is
end of the day you're like thinking about like the monetary gains from like like, oh, if this and that happens, if you had this many kids, this many sexual partners, I'm increasing how much you need to pay me. Like, it makes me want to think about that. Like, like, why are you actually trying to date? You know? So I'm like, bro, this is kind of crazy, honestly.
yeah. I don't know. We can move on to why I that news article in the first place, and that's this tweet that I had seen a few days ago, and I just had to bookmark it. Now I got to start bookmarking tweets just so I can like remember them topics. But to read it out, my date had to reschedule. I asked him for a small inconvenience fee to reschedule. I love how he didn't mind. I originally was gonna charge $50. Then I realized it's raining, so I factor in the fact that I could have. It's the little things like this that keeps you around. And then I'm just gonna read the report straight up because, mind you, I'm laying on my mom's couch talking to my BFF. I was gonna cancel because it's raining. He doesn't know that, so the fee is like is for my gas, my time, etc. It's never nothing too crazy. I don't hit heads. We are strangers. It was the first date. I'm cognizant.
Wow.
Man.
A lot of self awareness.
Yeah,
But yo,
this is
that's the
a
thing, man.
slay
I
moment.
can't tell, like, bro.
Slay queen.
This has gotta be fake. Like,
I feel like
in
there's
the
some things we
modern
actually should
day,
really like give attention to, bro. Like,
no, but dude, like this is like I feel like this tweet. I mean, it's fucking hilarious. But let's be real. In the modern
honestly,
day,
She's not getting.
where
Oh,
you
actually,
get
no. You
paid
can.
for your tweets, where
I
you get
would
paid
say
for
I would.
like,
I was gonna say I gotta check. I don't know if she is verified because now, which I think is dumb. Because point, Mm, I don't
oh yeah, you only get paid if you're verified, right?
paid if you're verified. She doesn't have a lot of interaction with any of her other tweets, so I don't even know if she has a podcast that she just started after she made the tweet. It seems like the first episode dropped 3 days ago, and the tweet was made a week ago. So it seems like she might try to transfer into being a social media head because this did pop off, but
I mean, it seemed like her and the guy had a really great day though afterwards.
let's read
Not
this.
to
Let's first
be
read these
under.
text messages. Because I don't care if this man had a great date, bro. Respectfully, this nigga got But so inside the text messages, let me explain it a little bit. The people who can only listen. But there's screenshots of a guy's car being fucked up, glass broke. It looks like they fucked up his wheel. I don't even understand why. Like
they stole his airbag. That's what it is.
oh, they stole his airbag.
Yeah, those are expensive.
All right, wait. Real quick question. Like, are you like, do niggas just buy airbag, like just the airbags? Like, I
Yeah, you can
understand.
buy just the airbag. I feel like this looks like
It's probably
I'm
happening in
trying to figure
Atlanta.
out what brand of car it is, but airbags are pretty expensive. So yeah, sometimes when people like break into cars, they'll just steal those.
I
How the fuck do you steal an airbag?
I'd never heard of that. I
You gotta
actually
get
didn't know
hit
that,
by the
Joel. Wow.
airbag and
Isn't it
then just like
hazardous to like play around it too? Like,
No,
what if
100%.
you
That's
mess
what I'm
around
saying.
and
That
just
shit can be dangerous. Mess around,
I
get
just know they're
knocked out.
expensive. That's all I know. So I mean, hey, anything that's expensive can be stolen, bro.
No,
that makes
100%.
sense. That's why
I
people
just,
get pissed
I,
when their airbags deploy on accident.
100%. Yeah, no, I just thought like, I would have stole the radio personally. I don't steal the airbag. It's just crazy to wheels, the rims. I would have stolen a lot of this shit first before the airbag, bro. But yeah, they got it. But after the guy sends the girl pictures and says, "Hey, being having oh this nigga can't type. Hi, sorry,
yo, yeah, the
being
typos
having
are
a
horrendous.
bad day. Some broke in the car last night, trying to get some work this morning, and I saw it. Or trying to go to work this morning and saw it. If we can reschedule, please. Are you able to cash at me 50 request? Nah, this nigga sounds like he's either a fob or he's old.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, like if you see the text, like it
Yeah.
reads like a guy who like is like a robot, like some AI chatbot, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
This is a real
honestly,
guy.
an AI chatbot would be a lot more human than the shit.
Yeah.
The AI chatbot sent it. I'll say that. And they got Chat GPT got self-respect. I believe in it. That's
No,
crazy.
100%. You can't program this type of fucking like This is
Oh.
not even human levels worth of dignity, man. This is awful.
Yeah, bro. Okay,
But
request. Okay, I
but
requested
yeah,
it.
man.
Just sent it.
Honestly, after looking at her account, it looks like it's legit. Like, so I can't even say it's like like farming for like views and shit.
Yeah. So,
So,
yeah, how do you guys feel about this one specifically then, compared to the other two? Right? Because this
I mean,
one is
this is
just
atrocious.
interesting.
This is like no, this is literally like, bro, like this is like like one of the worst human beings ever I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, no, this is wild. This is wild. Like at this
Like,
point, this is actually the scam. Like we talk about scam, this is a scam
that
because
is the type of like crazy self worth, like entitlement that I was talking about. Like, and the thing is, man, it's really hard to say this is like an actual issue because I'm not gonna lie, I only see shit like this on Twitter, and it's really hard for me to understand what's real life and what's Twitter sometimes because like the lines blur. But Twitter, oh my god, man, or X rather, my bad. Yeah, I don't think you actually meet people like this. Like have you guys ever met anyone like this?
I'm trying to I mean, I've met some people that have like
See, the
crazy
closest
ideals.
people to like this person is like people who like post their cash app on their birthdays. Nothing against
Low key, low key.
Yeah, good. That's a good comparison.
That's it.
But
That's it.
even that, like, I get it. I mean, it's kind of weird asking like your entire social media following. Like you looking broke as hell. Like, why are you doing that?
I get it. I get it for the
Not that,
memes,
man.
like when some people say it and then they put something funny under it. Like, yeah, I get it when they do that. But like, if you just say it's my birthday, Cash App, then yeah, you can't be dry with it, bro. You gotta entertain me a little bit. You want me to give you money, bro? I don't know.
So she was like
I will
talking
say,
about how she's not about to go to the date. Like that is kind of
yes, that was the what blew me the most. But I will say, I think I have met not a lot, like less than 3 people, probably. I would say probably only 2 that I can like actually name. I'm not gonna name names, but I have met 2 people who are similar, and I don't know if they go through full scamming like this, but they're definitely willing to.
Yeah,
Wait a
that's the
little
thing.
bit.
It's like when
Talking
you
about
Oh, this
yo,
you mean the whole shebang? Nah. But he would do the whole shebang. But like the first thing that the first person did, like the Sarah chick in the New York Post article, yeah, I know somebody who, if it got even somewhat normalized, wouldn't wait in a heartbeat, immediately start sending that shit to niggas. Yeah, for sure.
that is hilarious, man. Shit.
Yeah, but she geeks. That's what I'm saying. Like she wouldn't even be apologetic about it.
Yeah, I feel like if you gotta do it, you gotta at least have that conviction, and I
That's what I'm
respect
saying.
that.
Oh yeah, nah. It would be crazy if you tap dancing around like asking for money and stuff like that. I feel like that would be worse. Like
Yeah,
instead of
yeah.
directly saying it.
I mean, I don't know, man. I just think we gotta talk about just how I don't know this some of this a lot of this like mental health stuff, right? Like the mental health talk or like the narrative sometimes it's like a lot of like like it's about self-worth, it's about self-love, which is like like essential, it's really important. But I think there's been like a freaking wild vocal minority of people who end up like this, who are just like narcissists pretty much. Like I I would love to sit down. Like this woman is like a serial killer, like Charles Manson levels of like fucking wild. So I don't know, man. It's crazy.
that's a crazy comparison, but I would say yeah, I don't really think this can be a real person. Like I'm because I'm still shook by the fact that did you actually like the guy? Like why would you in the first place even accept to go on a date with
Th-
him?
But okay,
Like,
this is just at least my theory, but I would say that the idea of at least the first date, especially nowadays, isn't like as special or anything. Like it's not like, oh, why did she agree to go on a date? This is just something to do now. In the sense of like, with how dating is nowadays, it's more of a, oh, I want to go and do something rather than being with the other person 100%. Especially since how dating apps have been like circulating and everything like that. The like that no one you don't really feel a connection with somebody from a dating app
yeah,
that
no,
often.
no, I get that, bro. And like, if we were saying like, oh, Tinder is implementing like a feature on their app where, if you're going on a date for the first time, like then they put a fee in, like somebody cancels it on both sides, like right, somebody cancels it, then you pay. Then it's like, okay, that's still kind of crazy, but that makes a little more sense. But for you to go out of your way to text me after I told you that something has happened and tell me that I need to pay you $100 inconvenience fee is like, yeah, that's I don't even know what the word to use is for there, bro.
Dang, bro, Joel giving out ideas for free, bro.
I mean, yeah, if Tinder wants to
I'm
use
trying
that, go
to
ahead, bro. But I mean, hey,
like. I feel like what she did goes against everything. Like we try to like validate that other person earlier, for us to like wasting time or like actually like flaking on the date.
100%. But that's
Like
that, and that's why I
if
was
you're
like, it's
not
just not
planning on
serious.
going to it, then like why pretend that your time is being wasted? It's kind of whack.
And I don't know, even the need to even get on social media afterwards and just kind of like boast about it
And yeah,
is even wilder than me. This is just gonna
like
be
these
a.
aren't people,
Mhm.
bro. These are bots. These aren't
Oh yeah,
people.
no. Joel, I promise you, I don't, and it might be just a weird like thing, but like, because people even be joking about it on Twitter, but people like for some reason, people from Atlanta, South Africa, and there's one more place, but those two spots specifically, for some reason, the girls from those places always got be tweeting the wildest like stuff like that. I have no. Let me see. There was one crazy thing that was circulating
that's
about a
South
baby
Africa,
daddy.
bro.
Yes, yes. South Africa women definitely love to get
Uh,
paid from what I've heard and seen.
that's interesting, bro.
At least on
Because I
Twitter,
heard
yes.
Georgia for you went
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah,
different
Atlanta,
continent, bro.
Georgia, Atlanta, or Atlanta, Georgia.
Uh,
Atlanta definitely has them. Atlanta especially, but that's what I'm trying to find the dad one. But we can get to that later. This is like side tangent news, but do you guys know the rapper slash YouTuber guy DDG?
Hey,
yeah,
Pontiac made DDG. Yeah, I'm aware of him.
bro. I watched his OG videos like back in high school when he used to like sleep over at Walmart. I don't know if y'all remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
I
remember those.
I
Bro,
actually did not know him
interesting
like until
times.
I did not know him until that nigga started dating one of the Bailey twins. What about you, Owen? You got any memories of
Oh,
this guy?
Dude, I have no idea who he is.
All right. So basically, I
He's a
think
YouTuber, right?
he's YouTuber, rapper, Twitch streamer. I think he's more famous for being
ex-YouTuber
a
now.
Twitch streamer now.
Gotcha.
Um, but
He dates Halle Bailey, right? Halle Bailey or Chloe?
Haley,
The
Haley.
Little Mermaid girl.
yeah, Haley.
Haley Bailey. No way, her name is Haley Bailey.
Is it? I've never heard
Yeah.
It's
anyone say
Hale.
I think
Hallie.
it's
It's Hale.
Haley and Chloe.
Yeah, I've
Hale
never heard
Bailey.
Hallie.
Yeah, Haley, something like that. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
he's dating her, bro.
Low key, I heard
Yo,
she's pregnant or something.
Halle Berry.
Is that
Oh
false
yeah, I
news?
just seen this.
Yeah.
Pregnancy rumors heat up at VMAs.
Yeah, I heard
To
she's
Didi,
pregnant.
bro, I'm gonna say this: DDG do not deserve her. Chloe battered her.
Whoa,
Chloe battered her.
whoa! Why are people hating on
Yo.
DDG, bro? What's going on?
You, why? What
He
you
needs to
mean?
be a
Why?
prince or something, I
Yeah,
guess.
no, I'm hating on on doodoo garbage for real. Yeah, no, 100%.
Oh, I peeped that. Yeah, when you put up
Yeah,
DDG on Spotify.
Dog.
Or when you look up doo doo garbage, he comes up. Yeah.
Honestly, it was just any because I put up a monkey and he came up, and then I also put up the pride flag and he came up.
Yeah, they've been playing with that guy, bro.
Nah,
Leave that man
it
alone.
was him. It was literally him. He did it so he could get more. And this is why I was about to say, and what we're about to get into. But so apparently, two people broke into his house. Didn't steal anything. Just broke into his house, smacked him, and left.
Mm,
And this
I
happened
just
when
saw
he was
this
sleeping.
today,
What type
actually.
of sick
Yeah.
game, whoever you are, I don't know what type of sick game you think you playing. I don't know if you think it's cool to sneak in my house and put your hands on me as a joke.
Whoa.
It's not funny.
And this is security footage. And then even the people who slapped him, apparently the footage they released their footage too.
Wait, why does he have a camera in his bedroom?
I mean, when you're rich, you just kind of have cameras everywhere. But I do agree, it is kind of sus to an extent. I can just
I
understand.
mean,
Right here is where
yeah.
I have an issue. If you look at what the fuck happened, this is
Sick game,
my fault. It refreshed,
whoever you are.
but I just don't understand. This doesn't look like him. Am I tripping?
He's pretty short. He's
Yeah,
pretty
but-
short. That might be him.
Nah, peep this real quick, because that flashes, black shirt, everything looks different, and then for some reason where the camera can be in color now.
Yeah, because he was in the
No,
dark.
yeah, but those
Oh,
cameras.
okay.
It's like the yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like
it's the
night
paranormal
vision.
activity joints. I feel you. Yeah, okay. Night vision.
I mean, it's got to be him because if you look at the video they posted, that's him. They slapped him.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Now I believe that was him, just because now they posted this. I just, we'll let this play through. All right, they're just running the rest of this video. But I was just like, I don't know. And this is why I was saying with the other thing, I feel like he just clout chasing, because there's no way that you have a mansion. There's no way I have a mansion. I have a girl, and my security is that ass that two random people can just sneak into my house and smack me and get away.
Yeah, no, this is fake. This
Yeah.
is fake.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, if they get away, or if they break in, that's one thing. How you let them get away, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, this is fake. This has to be like I think these are like two of his boys or something. Like
No,
the
100%.
dude right there is rocking like Givenchy pants. Like I'm pretty sure that's one of his homies, bro. Like there's no way this is real.
Yeah, that's how, I didn't even catch that. Joel knows the brands, bro. What?
Nah, I'm pretty sure it says Givenchy on it or something.
I know, but I
Or
didn't
nah,
even
it's
catch
the hoodie. The hoodie. The hoodie.
it.
The hoodie. It's the Givenchy hoodie. But like, bro, I'm pretty sure his house too. Like to get to his house, there's a gate.
That's what I'm
'Cause I
saying.
remember watching his like his home like the video he did when we first bought his house, and he was showing a tour, and there's a
Yeah.
gate to get to his house. So like to even get to his house, you got to go through that. So I'm like, nah, it's fake, bro. It's fake. It's got to be fake.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't understand the need to fake your videos and all, or like to do this if like, because like he's trying to pop as a rapper. If he believes his raps are that good, then I don't know why he feels the need that he has to do this.
Yeah, he's always been this way, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like he's always had kind of a unique approach to like marketing his stuff. Like I don't know. He's done countless stuff like this in the past.
I've heard
You know?
some stuff like apparently him and Flight used to work together and they had like fake beefs or whatever.
Yeah, stuff
But-
like that. They would like meet up and like fight and stuff. Like yeah,
I just think
it's
it's
all
weird.
for the tube. Hey man, dudes make their money how they make their money, man. Hey,
100%.
he's living in a mansion, bro. Hey,
But let's say that you get a mansion, all right? What is the first thing what is the first thing you would probably buy to protect yourself? All right, just a random question, and then we'll move on to the next topic. You know,
What would you buy? I don't believe in guns necessarily, so I probably wouldn't get a gun.
that's
But it's
crazy.
like security.
I definitely believe in guns, but yeah, now the first thing I'd buy is a security team. Those are expensive as shit though. But if I if
Nah,
I'm
you
if,
need
I, if, I,
if you're
if I'm
if
gonna
you're
have a
rich
mansion,
enough to own a house that big, then you need
Yeah.
security, bro.
yeah, I prioritize a security team just cause like I'm gonna need a squad, bro. I'm gonna need the squad when we gotta move out, get some stuff done. Maybe even not a team, just like maybe 2 or 3 people. But they
Yeah,
are
nah.
mad expensive. What about? I would definitely have guns though. Like for me and the team, we would definitely have guns. Might have a gun range in the back. Niggas need to be trained. What about you guys, Malfu Owen? Either of y'all, what would be the first thing you would buy? Protect your home, protect your family.
Bro, come on, man. Sentry gun with
I was
ChatGPT
thinking,
arming it, bro.
I was
Come on,
thinking,
man.
I was thinking a turret, but I was like, nah, that's too much.
Nah, bro.
Yo,
You said
Do y'all
spending
know
anything,
what
money like
kids are, bro?
that
Like,
is
are these houses not having kids in them?
bro. That's why I have ChatGPT running that shit, man.
Yo, nah, that joke gonna misread it. One of the faces, bro.
Nah, don't worry. I'm gonna have it correct itself 3 times before it actually shoots. You know, like ChatGPT. If
Dog.
you ask it to correct itself after a couple times, it gets it right 80% of the time.
Jesus.
Don't worry. My kids are gonna be leaving the house from the back. You know,
80% of
have, like,
Owen's kid is gonna get shot up.
yeah, no. I can get anything from my house. It's a good question, man. Good question.
What about you,
Man,
Malifu? Oh, my fault. Were you still thinking,
I'm
Owen?
gonna go with the
yeah, I'll let Molly pop off.
Yeah, go ahead.
pop off is great. Yo, how'd you know? What was it?
Wait, what? This thing about to have bombs? What are you?
Yo, no, I said gun, a gun.
Oh,
Like obviously, I'm gonna just go basic. Yeah, but like you get yourself a safety little
yeah, a little
locker or
safe.
whatever. Yeah, a little safe, and then yeah, you only have the combination. You'll be set.
I feel that. I will say, like, I'll probably have a safe and stuff for my guns. I wouldn't OD like how everybody else be ODing it. Like, for example, I'll keep one in the chamber, one under no condition.
Wait,
Like, one is
yo,
always in the
I think
chamber.
you passed that threshold, then, bro.
No,
You have
but
more
it's
than one gun.
huh? Yes, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
that's
more than
excellent.
one gun.
You're having one. Oh, all right. Okay, go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna have at least 2 to 3 guns.
2 to 3
Yeah,
guns.
yeah. All of them are gonna be in the safe,
What kind of guns
but
you want?
only one gun. Only the pistol is gonna have one in the chamber, obviously. Because because if I'm gonna have all my ammo separated and everything, and something happens, fuck, I'm gonna look like I'm gonna have one bullet for protection at least. If I miss, I miss. But one bullet for protection is not an OD thing. If I had multiple bullets, then it can be a danger. But most people can survive from one bullet. Ask 50 Cent. He had multiple bullets.
Mm,
I'm gonna just
yeah,
stick with a good old dandy bat, bro.
yeah. I
Bat.
was gonna say, bro, like, why are we getting all these guns, bro? Like,
That's
they
what I'm
could use
saying,
shit
bro.
against
Like,
us, man.
It's not all these
I feel
guns.
like
It's just a few.
once you have a gun in the house, especially with kids, I just wouldn't feel like it's like peace at peace in my head having a gun in the house with kids. Like,
I can understand that.
because I know how I was as a kid, you know, like the one time you might go in there and put the code in and you don't think anybody's watching, and then your kid sees it, and then you're not home, and then they start playing. Like, things happen, bro. So like I would say, like, why would you put yourself in that situation
But that's my
where
thing. I'm not one of those people how I feel like I'd ever be like just fucking around with it. Like, what? Why? I don't think like there'd ever be a situation where I'm putting in the code and my kid would be at the house.
nah, like you could be going to the gun range or something, or you could be, maybe you bought a new clip or you bought some more ammo, whatever it may be, where you
Yeah,
need to like You know,
Yeah, I
and
wouldn't.
that one day could be the, you know, like, and I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
That's just
understand. I understand what you mean, but even then, I don't. But
What do you
I
guys
would
think is more
definitely, I would
dangerous?
definitely, I'll say this. I wouldn't, I wasn't gonna get a
Yo,
lock. I was gonna use fingerprints to save
what's
some
more
of the leaves.
dangerous, a
Hmm.
pool or a gun to have in a house with kids, like
Technically,
little
pools
kids?
kill more people, but it's just like, uh, te- technically, a pool would be more dangerous. Technically, because I don't know how you like. I guess unless you're gonna put fencing around the pool, it's harder to safeguard like a pool. Like people don't usually safeguard pools. I guess is the best way for me to put it.
No one ever puts a fence around a pool. Like
I feel
I've
like
never
there's a
seen
stat
one.
out there, bro, to just answer that. I'd say pool though. Pool is riskier.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that's interesting because most people would never bat an eye if you own a pool and you have kids.
No, 100%. I also
the pool
believe
is. I
that.
think,
Mhm.
but like, we gotta be. I mean, we gotta be realistic. The pool's definitely more dangerous, right? But like, teaching your kids how to swim is something that's very easy. You know what I mean? To where when they're in the water, they can float naturally. Like they can have the skills to be able to float, right? And
I mean,
also,
they
you
gotta
could
be like 5 or 6. Like it's hard to teach like a little 1-year-old how to
no,
swim.
not even, bro.
It,
You could
if
teach if
I
they're
would,
walking. If
I
they
would
can
argue,
walk, they can swim.
I would argue that you would need to be either a pretty good swimmer and or a pretty good teacher to be able to teach a younger person how to swim. So I wouldn't say that that's like as easy.
I
And I
mean, you
would
don't have
just
to do it
say,
yourself.
and I don't know, and
If you're gonna get a pool in your house, you gotta invest to get your kids trained
a
properly.
hundred, 100%.
You know what I mean?
But to that same respect, like you could argue that teaching kids proper gun control and gun management could also be because you can teach them young.
Yeah, you
It's like
can,
it's the
no
same
doubt,
idea. The same idea of
but like,
like how because I remember I watched like somebody talk about it and they were saying when should you like the same question of when should you teach your kids about gun, same thing could be asked for when should you teach your kid about using a stove and all of that, those
no
would be
doubt,
around
bro.
the same age, so that's why I'm like.
I think of course kids are able to learn so well at such a like an early age. Of course, you could teach them things about gun safety and stuff like that. But why would you be wanting your kids to be playing with guns at such an early, like actual guns at such an early age? Like at the end of the day, if there was ever an issue, like your kid isn't going to be able to harm themselves or somebody else if they properly know how to swim in water versus them properly knowing how to handle a gun. You know what I mean? Like a gun is just it's a different animal. I feel like it's not fair, like comparing that to like a stove or to a pool. It's not a fair comparison.
I understand what you mean. The danger to somebody else is different, therefore it should be evaluated differently. I just I just don't agree with how harshly you're evaluating it, I guess is my argument. But that's just an agree to disagree thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely like I'm not a big fan of guns in the house at least. So yeah,
I'm not a fan of assault weapons in the house. That's where I make the
yeah.
stand.
That's wild, bro.
That's where I make the
Like
stand.
an AR. I feel like if you have a handgun,
Yeah, I feel like
pistol, something like that, fine.
pistols are usually good.
An AR or something like that. Even shotguns. I think
Yeah,
guns are kind of
shotguns and
crazy.
pistols are literally the only two I was really planning to get.
Yeah, I mean, even the shotgun. But I guess if you're not
Nah,
like a good shooter, you need a shotgun. But
yeah, and there's also like technically there's rules for a shotgun there's bird shot and there's buckshot. Bird shot usually doesn't kill and it just like sends a little bit of bullets to permeate the skin a little bit. So it just kind of burns them. And then bird shot is the one that or no, and then buckshot is the one that actually would actually like shoot through them and have piercing rounds. So
yeah,
usually when you're doing self defense, you have to go bird shot as a warning, and then you have to go buckshot, and then you have to go back to bird shot, and then after that you can keep using buckshot.
yeah. I think I've heard of something like that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. There's a whole bunch of like stipulations that are usually put in place for even for people who are doing self defense. So I feel as though as long as you're keeping yourself educated, which like in anything you should be, I feel like you'll be fine in the long run.
Yeah, let's move on though. Let's. Why are you on guns, man? Let's move on. Let's move on.
Hey man, shut
All
up,
right.
bro. We're just talking.
He's right. He's spitting. All right,
Let's on to the next one. On to the next one.
yeah, this is the next one, man. This one, the black. So Tyler Perry had something to say about current dating. Specifically, he's talking about black people. I think you can extrapolate it out, but let's just listen to what he has to say.
A lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men. Right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job, and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill, as long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you've handled the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then, that is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, because that means, no, I need somebody who is, they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people who have.
I'm gonna pause it there because he just talks about he doesn't even like name any examples, obviously, but he says, I know women who earn a lot more than their man who support their man. Essentially, he just brings up examples. This portion is something I want to play because the person he's talking to actually talks a little bit more here.
My worth meant. Like, okay.
I was like, okay.
Misunderstood what meet me at my worth meant. I thought actually may have misunderstood what meet me at my worth meant. I thought meet me at my work was meet me at my net worth.
My net worth, right. No, not your net worth.
Right.
At least meet me at my net worth. Yeah,
okay,
no, that's your net worth. Yeah.
And I was talking to you, I was like, and Tyler, I was like, this, and I've done this, and you're like, wait.
Oh, what?
But yeah, that's just, basically, I don't know if you guys like heard it properly, but she was all like, I thought that meeting me at my worth meant meeting me at my net worth is what she said. But I'll let you guys go first. What do you guys think about what Tyler Perry said and what she said? And just give me your opinions.
I don't know if I caught that right. Did she say like net worth as in she wants a guy who makes at least as much as her?
So she was saying that previously, when she was dating and she went about dating, she would usually want somebody who was either making a similar amount of money as her or more than her. Because to her and to a lot, and to be honest, this is a lot of women, a majority of women actually, I think on a survey said that they would not date a man that made less than them.
But what Tyler is saying is like something.
Yeah, she agrees. Yeah, she agrees with Tyler now. She was saying before that's how she thought. Yeah. So what do you think about what? Yeah. She was just telling him how she used to be. Yeah. What do you think about that, Malifu? Though, do you
gender equality? It doesn't matter who makes the most money. Just I'm just saying random shit, but
no. It's...
I think all right. What she says is kind of like I've heard it a lot, and Like it's been going around a lot. But what
Would
Tyler
you
says, I like
would you be
too.
okay? Let's ask this question. Would you be okay with being a stay-at-home husband if your wife made all the money and all you had to do like you would clean the house for the most part, do the dishes for the most part. Basically, you would take care of you would do what a stay-at-home wife would has done basically. Obviously, there might be
I'm cool.
times where she cooks for you or she like helps you clean and stuff like that because it's never like it should never only be one person. But if you guys had those duties switched, would you be okay with that?
I mean, as long as I'm doing something, I'm down. Like I wouldn't be like totally useless. I
100%.
don't know.
That's the way it should be. You shouldn't want to be totally useless. So I'm glad that you like specified that. Um, yeah. What about you? Joel?
I mean, this is. I think it's really a matter of situation. You know, I don't think either approach is necessarily like wrong. At the end of the day, hypergamy is real. You know, like women dating men that are either at their level or above financially. Um, I mean, it's a real thing. Most couples are that way. I want to say like probably more than 90% of couples are that way. Maybe, I mean, at least as far as I know. Maybe it's a little lower than that, but mostly the men will make more, right? Or the women would date men that make more money than them. But I think Tyler Perry makes an interesting point in a sense of like, women should be more open to the idea of like dating a man who may make less money than them, right? Um, and then still being able to like respect him as a husband, respect him, in the ways that you should respect your husband, even though he's the one that maybe stays home more, maybe he cooks more, maybe he cleans more, whatever it may be. Like, I think it just all depends on how you define that amongst yourself and your partner at the end of the day, you know. Me personally, could I be a stay-at-home dad? I think in spurts I could, but at the end of the day, like knowing myself, like I'm always gonna be wanting to do things that I think will be fruitful financially, But if my wife, I mean, if I'm dating somebody that's making millions of dollars a year and bringing in that amount of money, why would I stress myself with like, doing things that I don't necessarily need to be doing? Like of course I still want to do things that I have interest in doing, right? But if she's making, 2, 3, 4 million a year, I'm chilling, man. I'll take care of the house, and then on my free time, do what I want to do. If that's the relationship that we define, you know what I mean. Um, but I mean, I don't think I would ever be in that situation. But if it was to happen, I'm cool with it. Let's run. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, I'm basically like exactly the same. I've stressed on this podcast how I'd love to be a fucking stay-at-home fucking parent, just because
Like that.
mhm.
Yeah, there's bro. If you don't have to worry about like bills, like if it's coming, if the money's coming in, and you can just relax, take care of the home, the kids, and then outside of that, be free to do what you want to do, whether it's investing here and there, whether it's
Exactly, yeah,
whatever it may be, whatever that may look like for you,
100%.
that's a chill life because you're spending more time with people you love, doing things you love. There's nothing. What more could you want out of life, honestly? You know?
100%.
Yeah.
Um, I would just I don't agree completely with the hypergamy statement. Though, in the sense of like, I don't think hypergamy is inherent, if that makes sense. I think it's happening just because of how the structure was. Just because um I've heard a conversation about something similar, and it was essentially that obviously since before men were the ones that had to do the earning, So they had to like there was no choice to be the provider, and then because like we've been adopted in that way, that's why women automatically already think that way. Because back then, if you earned less than a woman, you couldn't even technically have the lights on. However,
Mm.
there's been trends apparently reversing that they've been going pretty slow. However, there's trends saying where a lot more women have started like realizing that that isn't really possible. And honestly, for most people, two rich people don't usually get along because for someone to be rich, a lot of time it usually takes dedication and work, and that dedication and work is going to take time off of building a relationship. They're going to usually be less agreeable on things, and it's just hard. It would be hard to maintain a good relationship dynamic for people on those sides. Um, so I haven't ever really been in favor of the hypergamy thing. Um, Too much. I feel like that gets pushed just because people like to look rich, but I don't think it's like besides like if you're actually like intentionally looking for girls that are like that, like if you only be scouring clubs in Miami and whatever. I think like if you just dress well, like you look presentable and stuff like that. Um, Usually everything like hypergamy isn't usually the biggest thing.
Yeah, no, I think I mean like Tyler Perry was talking about like there's definitely especially at least in the black community there's definitely been like a shift in the sense of like women are making like black women are making more money. I think they on a per average basis I think they do make more money than like a black man
No, they're more
if I'm right.
educated, but somebody broke down the stats. I've been trying to, because I thought I bookmarked it, but I think I only liked it. But
Yeah.
somebody broke down the stats. They basically make the same amount. It is like a
So it's yeah.
$5,000 gap in between both of them. It's like one of them is 41K and then the other one is 46K. It favors
Right.
black men, but at
Hmm.
that point, that like because of how small the like variance in numbers is, which it being only like 5,000,
Yeah.
depending on how you play the stats, you could probably fall on either side.
Yeah, no,
I
that
would
makes sense.
just
But
mhm.
I mean, overall, like that, the gap between the black man's pay and the white or the black woman's pay has closed, right?
Yeah,
It's a lot tighter now than it was. So I think it's a matter of like understanding that and having a shift in mindset. Because at the end of the day, if as a black woman you want to marry a black man, but your mindset is that the person you want to date has to be at your level or higher and you're making more money than the average person makes, then naturally you have to understand that you're limiting the pool of people that you can actually marry, if that makes sense, right? So you're kind of forced to have that shift in mindset of being like, okay, if I can find somebody that makes less money than me, but is a genuinely good man who I think I can build a family with. Like you have to be more open to that mindset, because I think yeah for sure hypergamy is something that stems from like like long time ago, right? And just women not being allowed to work and men being known as the breadwinners and just that pay difference. And as a woman you had to find a man that had the resources to be able to take care of you and take care of your kids, but today that's just not the reality of the world we live in. So because of that, there kind of has to be a shift in mindset. Hypergamy can't really be like the mindset that we still have today. Because if you do, then it's like, I mean, hey, you
yeah.
limit yourself.
Especially now, it's harder to have like a to have enough money by yourself, or it's hard to have a single income relationship right now and still be able to like properly build, like not like in terms of renting, but like buying a house, being able to own property and do stuff like that you'd want to do like when you get in a relationship and you eventually get married and stuff like that. It's harder to just do
Yeah.
that on single income now. So unless you're making
Yeah.
like an exorbitant amount of money, like over 100K, which even the people who do that tend to have to like give some back because they have to take care of their family and other things. Um, a lot of that is just hard. But the issue is not even what Tyler Perry said. Actually, it is the way that a lot of people took what he said. So the first people who I saw like say something, and it's actually harder to find them saying something than like the men surprisingly had not the best things to say about what Tyler Perry said. Not because of the content specifically. They didn't like they felt that he lied by saying black men earn less. I don't think that really matters.
Mhm.
I don't even really want to talk about that just because it's such a like nothing burger. Because it's like if you agree with his point, you just don't like that like small thing that I don't think it matters because that wasn't like the biggest point in it. Well, actually, the people who got mad the most were black women specifically, but women in general. And this is
Yeah.
one of the ones.
Black women are no longer going to tune into you because we have healed past the point of accepting this type of bullshit as entertainment. I'm willing to bet your entire net worth that you can't make a movie or a television show without the concept of struggle of somebody got to be on the brink of divorce, somebody mama got to have cancer, somebody has to have a wicked baby mama from fucking hell. Because what I heard was black women should take care of black men and stop expecting black men to be able to take care of them, which makes perfect sense coming from you because you created Medea to sustain Tyler, did you not? I'd have made it better had you turned around and said, black men, you need to learn how to submit to black women because I'm not going to be the provider and he gets to be the motherfucking lead. He's not leading me into debt. I make enough money for me. But now you telling me I gotta feed 2 mouths? If I could afford it without you, I should be able to afford it 2 times over when I get with you. You would think after painting the black community in such a negative light for the last 30 years, you yourself would know that black men are the most insufferable people on the planet when they don't have any fucking funds. If black women wanted to settle for something less than what we're deserving of, we would simply audition for one of the roles that you're casting for.
That was the first one. This is the second one.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was going crazy on him.
Yeah, nah, I don't even like that last line. That was completely unnecessary. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of women actually would love to be in one of those roles, but
Exists. And y'all thinking that it exists
this is the
insanity.
This is the next
We are
one.
not about to have struggle love, be glorified. I don't care if a man is a good man. That doesn't mean that he's the right man for you.
Struggle
Maybe
love is
I,
a
as
crazy
a woman,
term.
don't want to be the primary breadwinner. Is that okay? Am I allowed to say that I want a provider? It's funny to me how women are always expected to settle and meet a man where he is and just look at a man's heart, but they look at your face. They look at your body. Just the other day, I posted a video about this guy that was like, oh man, she's perfect when you're loved the right way by the wrong woman. She just doesn't look the way I want her to look. Oh man. Another man said, I think she's a cool woman. I just don't like her face. So they can look at your face and body, but you're supposed to look at their heart? No, I'm looking at that wallet too, sir. I don't want to be the primary breadwinner. I don't want to be the one who is in charge of all the bills. You could be a nice guy, but you may not be the nice guy for me. A teenager can pay a light bill. Like, a teenager with a little part-time job at McDonald's can pay their own phone bill. No, as a grown man, I'm expecting more. And I don't care if it is Tyler Perry. I said what I said. A grown man should be able to take care of himself. I'm not his mommy, I'm his mate. So if that's all he can do, let him find somebody else who's willing to do it. Pick somebody else. This ain't nothing but the whole bus driver thing all over again. Why can't you get with a bus driver? Maybe because I don't want to. Is that all right? Maybe because I don't want to. This man who also thinks he's too good, no BBLs, no weaves, no eyelashes, no makeup. They got a list as long as their doggone arm about what they don't want. But as soon as a woman says she wants a provider, man, what's going on? If he can only pay a light bill, but he's a good guy, let somebody else be with that good guy who can only pay the light bill. And let me also say this. If all he has is light bill money, he's not working hard enough.
I will say, and maybe this is giving Tyler the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he literally meant that like the guy could only pay light bills, but like, I don't think he literally meant that the guy in those relationships would be that broke per se. But yeah, what did you guys think about those?
Molly, you want to go first, bro?
Sure.
I mean, if you want, I could go for it. Okay, never mind.
Where did Owen go, by the way?
No.
Owen's messing. His gum's messing with him, so he said he's gonna have to take off early. He posted in the chat.
Oh,
I was
okay,
gonna,
my
I was
fault.
gonna,
Oh,
yeah, you're good. I was gonna refer to her later, but
R.I.P.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we've all heard before, right? Like, usually girls don't like, being the one in charge or like having the most breadwinner. Uh, like yeah, that's all I hear from that. But like, like going back to what Tyler said and what Joel you also mentioned a little bit, like as a woman, like you shouldn't like limit yourself by just looking for the person that makes more than you. If you're making, a decent amount, like you're just hanging until when, like really. Like I want to mention like the video from I don't know if you've seen it before. It's Kevin Samuels video where he was like talking about women's age and like
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of comparing it with like store sales like you're above
Oh,
25, you're like
I
I
heard
don't
him
know,
talk about
like
women's age. I
25%
don't, I
off.
don't, I don't know if I've
Yeah,
seen him.
that quote was crazy. He was basically saying like,
That
oh,
analogy was insane,
Is
he
it
was like,
this
oh,
right?
if you're
27th
like
time to
6,
sell?
Wait, Joel, do you remember right? I kind of like
he basically said something like, if you're 16 to 20, like you're full price. If you're like
yes.
25 to something, you're like 50% off. If you're like 30, it's like buy one get one free. Like it was kind of like that
Wait, let
type
me.
of time
I,
frame.
I
All right,
remember the
low
If you're
key.
a
clearance
woman over
Where
part.
27,
Like that
it's
was
time to sell.
crazy.
Oh yeah, is it this one?
If
Oh,
you're a woman over 30, it's time to put some. It's the sign. It's time to mark this shit on 50% off. If you're over 35, it's time
This
to
one,
put that
yeah.
shit
yeah,
on clearance. If you at 40, it's
clearance
time to
is
put
crazy.
that shit at the outlet. If you
Outlet.
at 50, Salvation Army.
An RB is crazy, but I won't
I
lie.
think, I mean,
When you
essentially
that
he's
old,
just like,
yeah,
yeah, he's
you can't
essentially
be
just
that
saying like,
picky.
yeah, the older you get, the less your like list of demands can be. Basically, like you can't be 50 and still think, oh, I need a millionaire. Like,
Yeah, because if you're
does a
like a
millionaire want you?
breadwinner, you're busy, right? You're like obviously working. You're like looking for that one person, and you're basically running out of time. And with that, you know, there's an analogy right there.
I feel that. Yeah. Um. I don't know. I be waffling a little bit with Kevin Samuels. Not as much as like I. This
I
this
mean,
analogy,
yeah,
I don't full. I understand it. I just don't fully agree. But that's that. If
nah,
I.
that's the right way to take it. Like you're not supposed. That was a wild statement. Those are wild statements.
I mean, I get yeah. Nah, you're right. I shouldn't fully. Me sitting here,
Clearance is
I'm
just
sitting here trying to find out, like, understand it more. You're like, nah, you sure you're not supposed to?
yeah.
Nah, you're right, dog. You're right.
But I mean, I feel like these are issues that like I, I think, I mean, even bringing up Kevin Samuel, this is something that he kind of had his whole career on. Rest in peace to him. But um, at the end of the day, I don't understand the like infatuation with like going back and forth between men and women in the sense of like this is what I want, this is what I need. Like at the end of the day, like if you feel like you deserve a specific type of guy and that's what you want and you can get that, by all means, nobody is stopping you from going ahead and getting that. If there's a man out there that is what you are asking for, go right ahead. But I feel like when you have women that are coming out and expressing things like this is because
Mm,
they've had the frustrations to where they're not able to find those men that they think, that they want, basically, right?
100%.
And it's because like it goes back to that mindset of like we have to adapt. We have to you have to adapt your mindset. We're not living in the same like economy. Like we're not in the same, we're not in the same like decade. Like stuff is different now. Women are making a lot more money. But I think the first lady talked about like, if she's gonna make more money, da da da, then then he should be telling the man to learn how to submit to her. And I mean, like, bro, I don't even know where to begin with that one. But I would just say refer to like
Well,
Andrew Tate, and he can explain that better because
I
I
feel
don't
like
want to.
Andrew Tate would technically agree with what I'm about to say, but I don't. Me personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with submitting. I think the way that submitting is seen sounds worse than it is. But I feel like in a relationship, you should technically submit to each other. So I don't have an issue if she actually meant it genuinely. I don't think she did. I think by submit she meant like servitude. But if she meant it genuinely though, I don't think her husband submitting to her is a bad thing. I
I
don't think she
mean,
did though.
the
She
thing
did.
is, the way we use the word submit means that like like, oh, she basically wants to be in control of all decisions, in control, like she wants to be the head of the household. That's what she means by submit. If she's making the money, if she's the breadwinner, then she feels she deserves the
Does she?
control, the head.
Yeah.
That's kind of what she means.
Does she not? Like, what do you? I don't. I'm not understanding. Like, do you think she doesn't?
I
If she,
mean,
if the person who makes the majority of the money should technically like choose where the money goes, right?
not necessarily where the money goes, right? But
Like, I'm not saying like they have like sole choice of it, but I'm saying that they would have the
like
their opinion matters the most,
there
holds
are
the
more
most weight.
decisions. There are more decisions that need to be made uh within a marriage or within a household beyond just where money goes.
No,
Like not
no,
everything revolves
100%.
around money.
I thought
You know?
you were saying that she was specifically talking about submitting, like, to in
No,
terms
I
of like
think
money.
no, I think she means more in a sense of just in general sense. Like if you're my husband and I'm making more money than you, then you submit to me like I'm the leader of the relationship. And I don't think it necessarily needs to be that way just because she makes more money, right? Of course, if she's making substantially more money, right? Like you can't just be sitting back and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna invest it in this. Not gonna tell her like I'm gonna take it and buy this, and I tell her not, like of course she has to agree with those things, right? But I feel like she was more so talking about just the general sense of a marriage in which if she's making more money, like for example, if like there was a disagreement about like um or where are the kids gonna go to school, like that's not a financial issue, right?
Yeah,
But she feels like, okay, I'm making more money, I get to pick where they go. My word is my word is the final word type of thing,
yeah, I
where
agree
it
with that.
shouldn't it shouldn't necessarily be that way.
Yeah,
um the
I
second
agree with you on that point. Yeah.
yeah, the second lady, she was speaking a little too fast for me. I couldn't really keep up with what she was saying, but uh, yeah, for me, I just her lipstick kind of threw me off. I'm not gonna hold you, but
I think
that's
she's
me.
going either for the two tone style or it was just
Nah, that's not two
weird.
tone. I think it's because I don't know, her lips.
Yeah, the
I
bottom
think
of
the
it.
way they close and open
Yeah,
means like she kind of, yeah, I don't know. I'm
yeah. I
not
was
trying to
trying to think.
join. No, I'm just
Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
kind of just threw me off a little bit.
Nah, nah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I definitely peeped it too. I was just like, maybe that she's like, look, I can't judge the styles, bro, because I start saying shit. It's gonna
Nah, I
be a
feel it.
bad day. But me personally, on all of it, I will say this: the I'm okay with the person being making the most money in more often cases, maybe 6 out of 10 times, just like not a high majority, but a simple majority. I feel as though like the person who makes the most money would tend to be the leader of the relationship, just because what I said with like what typically go like what characteristics usually come with the person that makes the most money, them being more hardworking, them being like they just have more leadership qualities. So in theory, they would have the best. They would be the best in a leadership role. But besides that, I don't think like there's really a one leader in the relationship. It would definitely be like a combination of both, and then you guys just agree on one thing, even if it wasn't like one person's idea. It could even been neither person's idea, and you guys just came together and thought of a new idea. But an idea, something has to be agreed upon, and some at the end of the day, like it's a balance of powers to an extent. So, but specifically on what they were saying with Tyler Perry, I didn't understand it, and this is from the playback video. I encourage the people listening to watch it on their own, and they even go into it. The things that they name, technically, men have been doing it forever, like dating. What what they determine as dating down, men have always dated down in that sense. And at least the second girl, what she used as like the set off point was saying that, oh, well, guys will say that they don't like how a girl looks, so and that's why. And I'm like, girls also have look preferences. It is not unique to guys. I've heard many girls like, y'all ever see like a nigga at like a frat party or at a club go behind a girl, and then the girl will start twerking on him a little bit, and then the girl sees his face and gets off of him and walks away.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm joking.
What you say?
Why did you just expose yourself like that?
Oh.
Hey, yo, I said never happened to me, man. Hey, wait, we can cut this part out.
Leave it in.
Yo.
This is
Right,
crazy.
but yo, back to your point. No, I kind of.
Like, you see me, like, what I'm saying is, like, I don't, like, I'll say this. Girls might care about looks less than guys, like, in the sense of, like, I've seen ugly girls with good looking guys. I've seen ugly guys. Yeah, I've seen both ways. I think, personally, I might have seen more good looking girls with ugly guys, but I'm also not, like, attracted to guys, so that could be the case. Just like more people are ugly to me. You feel me? Just because like I'm not attracted to them. But
yeah, okay.
I like the way you said that shit.
Yeah, okay.
But nah, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't understand their point on the date. I never understood the point on the dating down thing. Because if you find someone who you're like, okay, if you're physically attracted to them and they meet every other standard, but they just don't make as much as you, I feel as though, like, I don't know, it should be, to me, and I've always thought about it, it's the combination of money. Like, we're not just dipping out of my money. If I'm married to you, and I know some relationships like this, like 40-year-olds, like they're married and their wives may have a job, but they don't contribute any of their own money to the household, just because they feel like that's my money. However, they expect their husband's money to be their money as well. So I've seen like it happen across generations at this point. So I understood it more for the older generations. Now at this point, there's no excuse. I'm okay with bitches dying alone, respectfully. Same way I'm okay with niggas dying alone. All these niggas paying OnlyFans girls and everything. Like a lot of them are going through sad times, and they say it all the time. But yeah, nah. If you're sad, people who aren't looking for changes or improvement or anything.
This ain't nothing but the whole bus driver.
If you don't want a bus driver, die alone, bitch. Respectfully. That's that's
Bro,
my thing.
That
you
can't be
can't say that
respectful, bro.
and be respect and say respectfully, bro. Like what?
All right, my fault. Die alone, madam, respectfully. Is that better?
I
Ah.
mean,
Hey, all right, bet. Miss Queen, die alone. Miss Queen.
the thing is, yeah, I don't know. I think also part of the reason is like living in America specifically. I think these are issues that you kind of only see here, bro.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like I think a lot of us grow up, especially girls, but a lot of us grow up with this fantasy idea of kind of what a relationship is supposed to look like, right?
I don't think it's only girls. I'll say that.
It's not only girls. I
Or
think
not
guys
only
too.
girls, but not I don't think it's mostly girls. I think it's people in general. But
It's
continue, my
people in
fault.
general, but like I think when it relates specifically to like this issue, right, with talking about like black women, I think it's just like it's a mindset that we're raised with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of corrupt in the sense that, like it's not practical and it's not real, you know. Like somebody has to date the bus driver, right? Like somebody has to date the
I
the
don't lie.
the
I
you
did
know
say the bus driver could die alone, technically too. So
no, but
nobody
I mean
does.
at the
Nobody has to date the bus driver. I'm sorry.
the thing is just like there's a bus driver, there's a lunch lady, you know,
Yeah.
there's a you know like and it's
Nah,
not to,
you speaking facts, bro.
it's
Yeah,
but
That
it's I
sounds
mean
good.
it's not to say that like if you're a bus driver you can only date a lunch lady. You could date a pop star if she likes you. You know what I mean? I think it should be like
Mm,
first of all, relationships should always be based off of how two people see it working for them, for the two of them. Like at the end of the day, what she's saying, what we're saying, it doesn't really matter for two people in a relationship. At the end of the day, how they make it work is how they make it work. You know, so when I hear these speak of like relationship and stuff, I kind of just tune it out because for me, I'm like in my relationship, that's not how it work. So I don't I don't really pay too much mind to it.
100%. I think there's just the issue that people aren't flexible with how the relationships or with how relationships can work. Which is why, like, I went out before I even started this. That's why I posed the question. I was like, "Are you guys willing to be stay-at-home husbands if it came down to
Yeah,
it?" Because while that, like you said, that might not be like what you're going for right now, what you're expecting. But if it came down to it and it had to happen, you'd be ultimately okay with it. I just right now, it feels like there's a lot of inflexibility that people are having with things, and it just doesn't relate to how real life works.
yeah.
That's
If
just
and that's why I'm like, if your choice is to be inflexible, then you have to also be willing to deal with the results. Like
yeah.
if you yeah, exactly. I'm
Die
not gonna say die
alone.
alone. I'm not gonna say die alone, but if you end up being somebody that's in their 50s, 60s with cats and dogs and you know, and that's the life you choose to have, by all means, like you're free to have that life, you know. So I mean marriage is not for everybody, you know, relationships aren't for everybody. So
Mhm.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Any other thoughts? All right.
chilling. Wait, actually, yeah. Like, we've been talking about I don't know. I feel like the how you've been asking these questions is like being, like the financial status of your person
Mm-hmm.
should be a main factor, or we made it sound like it's a deal breaker, sort of, right? Or that's how I've been hearing it.
Yeah.
Like, if everything else is going great, then just let it be, right? Like, you
The
don't want
truth
it.
the truth is I feel like money only comes in from the woman's perspective, typically I think sometimes there are
Mm,
men who have an ego and they may be like, okay, if she's making this amount of money, blah blah, then I can't really marry her, you know.
Yeah. I
some
can't
some
feel
men
like a
have
man.
yeah,
I,
some men have that type of ego, you know.
uh,
um
that's fact.
but and also the thing is men can afford to have that ego because the fact and the reality of society is that there aren't a great ton of women that are making more money than than men. You know what I mean? And there's also just more women than men in the world. So if a guy has that mindset, that's up to him. But also he still has a decently large pool of women that he can date. But if as a and that's why I'm saying, like, for the most part, most guys don't really factor in money as like a deal breaker. Like, if she's making $10 an hour, if she's making $5 an hour, she's making 25, whatever. It doesn't matter, because if she is a girl that I like, if she's somebody that could be my wife, that if we see those qualities in a girl, I feel like for the most part we're always like, okay, that works for us, you know. Um, but yeah, I think it seems more so to be an issue that kind of stems from the fact that pay gap has kind of, closed, and as a result there's less and less men that are making more money, substantially more money than women. So it kind of causes them to be in a zone where it's like, ooh, there's less men that are suitable for me to be like in a relationship with somebody that's making more money than me, and that's kind of it's a reality that we're in. But I don't know, I guess some people don't want to live in that reality. They're still in some other, I don't know, decade or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't put too much credence into it. Just like I said, as it's been reported, it has been changing towards more and more women saying that they're getting to becoming okay with making this a similar amount at the very least, if not just like a bit less. But I do think that at least right now with the older generation, I think they're already like ruined for that. Like if they already have their beliefs. I feel like the times change just too quickly for some people. Especially when you're in like I want to say above the 30 age range, and you just kind of like are just at that point zeroed in on your own life. You're not really there. You're not there paying attention to the social changes. Is all. So there's no like animosity towards these women. I just think they are wrong. That's all. So I called them out for it.
Yeah, there's no, and I mean, hey, like I said, at the end of the day, we all have the freedom, the right to date and marry whom we choose, so long as they also want to marry us, right? So
Yeah.
if these are the ideals that somebody has, right, fine, go right ahead. If you find somebody that's in agreement with that, then go ahead and marry them. Like, nobody's stopping you from doing that, Um, yeah, that's really it at the end of the day.
Yep. All right. I'm finna start closing things up. I want to thank you guys for coming on. All right. Thank you, individual. Thank you, Mally. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Owen, who is not here right now because this man got a mouth issue. Been eating too much candy.
That sounds crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's not here to fix. He's not here to defend himself. So
yeah. Nah, man. Thanks for having me on. Interesting combos for sure.
Sure.
Definitely. Thanks for having me on too, bro. I love it here. Good talk. Just talking. A good talk. I like it.
Yes, sir. We definitely gonna have another one in the future. All right.
Looking forward to it, bro.
Yes, sir. For now, signing off. Thank you for listening.
That was the Just Talking Podcast.